Go. I should now be live, hopefully, on both Facebook and on YouTube. So if anyone is there, please let me know if you can hear me okay. And you'll probably notice it is just me this week. There is no Carl. He's not available this week. So you just have me to listen to. We are the Wix guys, and we are here to help people who have Wix websites with any issues they're having. So that could be from the technical side of it, i.e., how to do this or why is this not working, all the way to the SEO and the design elements of it as well. We've made well over 500 Wix websites over our career, so we know quite a lot. Now, most of these websites have been made in the Wix editor. We are just now, within the last 6 months or so, starting to get into the Wix Studio, which is the new part of Wix. So I wouldn't say we are complete experts in Wix Studio just yet, but anything when it comes to Wix editor, ask away. I am usually the tech guy, hence why I am wearing these glasses, whereas Carl is the design guy. So he usually knows a lot more when it comes to the design and the technical elements of design in the Wix editor. Whereas I deal with a lot of the back end, the automations, the store, the booking system, and all the SEO bits. So if you have any questions that I don't know the answer to, I will pass them along to Carl and we can get back in touch with you. This is only our second week doing this, so not expecting tons and tons of people to come running to watch us. But if anyone does come along, we will help them fix their site. Now, when Carl's here, we usually do a bit of back and forth talking about different elements of Wix and what people quite often need the help with. Because it's obviously me, you're going to have to bear with me. But because I am more on the technical side, I thought I'd talk more about the technical elements of Wix rather than the design elements of Wix. So we recently put on our YouTube channel, which is the Wix guys. If you go over there, we recently did a video talking about, is Wix actually good at SEO in 2025? Now, if any of you have been in business and keeping an eye on what happens with websites over the last 6 to 7 years, you've probably heard that Wix was very, very bad at SEO, especially I think it was about 2019 maybe was when they got a lot of heat for being very bad at SEO compared to alternatives such as WordPress or Squarespace. Well, 6 years is 6 years has gone, and now they are a lot better. A lot of the tools that they needed and didn't have are now there. They have done a lot of work on the server side stuff as well to make it load a lot faster, and especially with the addition of Wix Studio, now websites are pretty much on par with WordPress. There are a few things that you can't do as well in Wix than you can in WordPress still. I've explained all of that in the video, which is over on our YouTube channel. So if you do want to know the ins and outs of what you can do in Wix when it comes to SEO versus other platforms like WordPress, go over and watch that video, and that will give you all the details. But how I like to think about it nowadays is, not too long ago, someone asked me about a bit of advice about what laptop to get. And I asked what they did with the laptop, and they said, well, sometimes they stream Netflix and usually just browsing the internet, occasionally doing emails, maybe a Word document here and there. And nowadays, pretty much any laptop can do that. Any laptop that you can buy on the market brand new is going to be able to handle that. So if you get a £300 laptop or a £1,000 laptop, they're both going to handle it. There just might be a bit of difference in terms of when you click the Microsoft Word icon, for example, on the £300 laptop, it might take 6 seconds to load, whereas in the £1,000 one, it will take 3 seconds to load. And I think that is very similar to website builders nowadays. The difference between WordPress and Squarespace and Wix and all of these other ones out there from a technical level is so minimal for most websites. Most businesses don't need hundreds and hundreds of pages and intricate coding and all of this. They just need a brochure website that represents their brand, tells people what they want to know when they land on the website, and any of the builders can do that now. Can be Wix, can be WordPress, can be Squarespace, but they can all do it. So a lot of people still worry about which one to pick, but really just pick whichever one you are the most comfortable with. Or if you're hiring someone to do it and you just need, a little 5-page brochure style website, don't spend £5,000 on getting a professional WordPress website. It's not worth it. Spend £750 on a Wix website and get that instead. Cool. I'm just going to keep rambling as there's no questions coming in. 1 second, I need to cough. So if we talk more about the technical side of Wix, because that is what I do, you can do a booking system in Wix. So in WordPress, you can do that with plugins. In Wix, it is just built in. So it's actually a lot easier to be able to set up a booking system. By booking system, there's a couple of ways you can do it. So if you had something like a gym and you wanted to do classes, you could do that absolutely fine. If you have a nail salon and you need individual appointments, you can do that absolutely fine. If you run a Airbnb or a hotel, you can do that. If you run restaurants, you can have different tables for people to book out as well. So there's loads you can do, all inbuilt in Wix when it comes to booking systems. Whereas if you went to WordPress or something like that, you'll probably need multiple plugins to get some of them to work. So Wix is really powerful when it comes to simplicity. Same for the e-commerce side of it as well. It's very simple to upload products and start selling stuff compared to WordPress, where you'd have to get a plugin like WooCommerce and do it like that. Shopify is still superior in a lot of ways compared to Wix, but if you just have, a couple of products that you're trying to sell to just people in the UK, for example, it's nice and easy. But Shopify does have a lot of help when it comes to like doing shops that are all over the world and stuff like that. So there are some reasons to go to Shopify over Wix. Now, when it comes to other elements of Wix which are technical, you can do databases and then use those databases to create mass amounts of pages called dynamic pages. This is something a lot of people don't know about Wix. So you can actually create hundreds and hundreds of pages off of a spreadsheet. So, for example, if you are a company and you have hundreds and hundreds of employees, let's say, for example, and you want a different bio for a different bio page for every single employee, you can just use dynamic pages. So rather than having to go in, edit, duplicate a page, edit it, duplicate it, edit it, duplicate it, edit it, you can use dynamic pages, and all you do is you design the page once. So you say, I want their name to be here, their job title to be here, their bio to be here, their picture to be here, etc., etc. And then you upload a spreadsheet which has all of those information on, and it will just pull it from the spreadsheet and build hundreds of pages if you want. So you can very easily make large page websites on Wix as well. Some people still prefer WordPress due to load times and stuff like that, but Wix have really improved that with the Studio side of it. The Studio side it's sort of, if you know anything about websites, it's sort of equivalent to having a theme builder such as Elementor in WordPress. So it really really speeds things up, and it puts them on level quite a lot as well. Another thing that you get with Wix that you don't get with WordPress is support. So if you aren't working with someone like us who is making your website or helping you make your website, you do actually get access directly to the Wix help. And they have articles on pretty much everything that you could think of. So if you aren't sure how to change the color of this button, for example, there'll be a little question mark on the button. You can click that, type in, how do I change the color? And there will be an article and most of the time a video that will explain how to do that. Whereas in WordPress, there's nothing like that. If you need help, you're going to have to go to YouTube, go to Google and find it yourself. So that's pretty cool as well. Let me just have a quick look in the back end of one of our sites. Oh yeah, apps as well. So you can actually turn your website into an app. So if you are someone like a personal trainer, you can have an app that you can get your clients to download. You can have all of their training programs on it, any resources that they might need. You can even put together like a community element of it, so your clients can talk to each other about their successes, and that can all be on an app which goes straight onto the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. So that is pretty cool that you could just do that off the back of a website. They do also have a lot of marketing automations, so you can have like different pipelines for your leads, and you can have follow up, which is all fully automated. So it can take the place of a CRM system as well to a degree. What else does it do? Da-da-da-da. Yeah, they're the main things I think from a tech level that you can do with Wix straight out of the box. You can also get plugins essentially for Wix, which are people that have developed things that can attach to Wix to make them better. So even if there is stuff that isn't necessarily inbuilt directly into Wix, you might still be able to do it through one of these plugins. It's also just very good at integrating with other things. So if you do have CRM systems or you have stuff that you would like your website to integrate into, Wix makes it very, very, very easy to do that. They have an integrations part in the back end, and you just directly integrate it into whatever you need, be it Zapier, your CRM system, and then they will talk to each other, and you can set up actions however you like. So that is why Wix is one of the preferred choices nowadays when it comes to websites, and why especially we chose to go with Wix. It can do pretty much everything. You can buy your your email boxes through there. You can buy your domains through there. You can pretty much set up an entire business through just Wix. And they now have Wix payments as well. So when you're accepting payments for whatever it is, even if it's a booking system or if you've got an e-commerce store, you have to use a payment processor. So something like PayPal or Stripe. Wix have their own called Wix Payments, which takes a less percentage than the others as well, and it is fully inbuilt and works perfectly with Wix. So you can, save money and have something that you know is going to work, and you're not going to have to connect to different payment platform and mess about with that as well. So I think that's pretty much it. I'm just having a look in the back end of one of our sites to see if there is anything that I've missed. I guess there's also the analytics part of it as well. So completely built in is all the analytical information that you might need, and you can easily integrate it to Google Analytics if you like, or any of the other analytical tools as well. You can also do Google Ads and Facebook ads directly from Wix if you're not confident of using the actual platforms for that. You can do email marketing. It even has a social media scheduler in there. So there's lots you can do through Wix if you're not confident on jumping to the other sites as well. And I should say, while I'm here as well, if you do want us to completely build you a new website from scratch, our websites start from £749. So if you compare that to talking to a developer that does WordPress, you're looking at like £3,000 to £5,000. So £749 is nice and affordable. We also do have a Wix Fix service. So if there is just something that isn't working quite right, we can fix most things for £75. So if you've got like parts of the website that aren't looking quite as you would like them, or you don't even know how to make them look better, for about £75 most of the time we can fix or sort out anything as well. Cool. As no one is coming and asking any questions this week, I'm going to go ahead and bounce. If you do watch this after the fact, please drop any questions in the comments and we will get back to them next week. We do this stream every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. GMT. So if you ever need any help with Wix, please come along to this live stream. We're currently doing it on YouTube and Facebook. We will be adding LinkedIn into the mix shortly as well. But you can just come along, ask any questions, and get anything fixed that you might like.